Pompe disease is a rare genetic disorder that affects the breakdown of glycogen in the body. In advanced stages of the disease, there is extensive damage to the nerves, especially those involved in movement. This damage can have a significant impact on motor function, including breathing. Currently, there are limited treatment options for Pompe disease, and we are exploring the potential of ampakines as a new therapy. Ampakines are a class of drugs that enhance the activity of a specific receptor in the brain. They work by increasing the response of the receptor to a neurotransmitter called glutamate. This increased activity can lead to improvements in respiratory motor drive, among other effects. The neural hypothesis proposes that the extensive neuropathology present in advanced stages of Pompe disease contributes significantly to the motor function impairment. Several independent studies have found that the damage to the nerves, especially those involved in movement, has a significant impact on motor function. This includes the neural control of the respiratory muscles. Numerous in vitro and in vivo experiments have shown that ampakines can increase respiratory activity, especially when respiratory neuromotor activity is suppressed. CX717, one of the most well-studied ampakines, has been shown to robustly increase respiratory activity under these conditions. Respiratory neuromotor activity refers to the nerve control of the respiratory muscles. When this control is suppressed, such as during sleep apnea or respiratory failure, ampakines have been shown to increase respiratory activity. In a recent study on GAA2-2 mice, researchers found that ampakines could improve breathing in the context of Pompe disease. The study provided further support for the neural hypothesis and raised the possibility of using ampakines as an adjunctive therapy for hypoventilation in Pompe disease as well as other potential applications. The half-life of ampakines in humans is approximately 9 hours. This makes them a potential therapy for enabling periods of weaning from ventilator support or reducing apneic events during sleep. Ampakines could also be used as a component of neurorehabilitative strategies aimed at improving independent respiratory function. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections in response to experience or injury. Ampakines could be used as part of a neurorehabilitation strategy to promote neuroplasticity and improve independent respiratory function. This approach could be used in conjunction with current or future treatment approaches. Like any drug, ampakines have potential side effects, and long-term safety considerations need to be evaluated. However, the safety profile of ampakines in clinical trials has been generally favorable. The long-term efficacy of ampakine treatment is an important consideration. There is some concern that patients may develop tolerance to ampakines over time, which could limit their effectiveness as a long-term therapy. Future studies will need to evaluate the long-term efficacy of ampakines in Pompe disease. The cost of ampakine treatment is an important consideration. Currently, ampakines are not approved for clinical use and are only available for research purposes. Accessibility of ampakines for patients is an important consideration for future clinical use. Potential side effects of ampakine treatment include gastrointestinal issues, insomnia, and hyperactivity. However, the majority of side effects reported in clinical trials have been mild to moderate in severity. The potential benefits of using ampakines as an adjunctive therapy for Pompe disease include improving breathing function and reducing the need for ventilator support. Ampakines could also be used in conjunction with other treatment approaches, such as enzyme replacement or gene therapy. Future research directions for ampakine treatment in Pompe disease include evaluating their long-term efficacy and safety. Combining ampakines with other therapies or neurorehabilitation strategies could also be explored to improve patient outcomes. Ampakines are a promising new therapy for Pompe disease that could improve respiratory function and reduce the need for ventilator support. While more research is needed to evaluate their long-term efficacy and safety, the potential benefits of using ampakines as an adjunctive therapy are significant. For questions, complaints, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me at the email provided below. If you feel an error has been made, please contact me immediately to have this resolved at contact@williamferrand.com. Time for audience questions and discussion. In addition to the required criteria for assignment interactions, visit the link below for a quiz on what you've just learned and more on this topic. Visit ferrand.app/ampakines.